Hello everybody, my name is Spoons Rattling. Welcome to another video where today we are covering the Terminators. The most elite veterans that the Space Marines have to offer. Only the most honored of the chapter are allowed to don the Terminator suits, and even then, even if you are, you need to have earned your Terminator honors. Anyways, let's get into the video. The Terminator comes in at a rather cheap 175 points for 5 of them, or 35 points per model. And then they have the standard Terminator stat line of a 5-inch move, toughness 5, a 2+ save, a 4+ invulnerable save, 3 wounds, leadership 6+, and OC 1. Fairly standard, slow-moving, and tough elite profile. They are quite hard to put down, and overall pack quite a lot of durability into each of those models, given their 2+ save, being good against low AP, their 4+ save, being good at bouncing just about anything, and their toughness 5, giving them good resilience to most small arms, and reduces the efficiency of things like autocannons, as they will not be wounding them as efficiently as, say, normal Space Marines. Let's get into their ranged weapons. Stock standard, they all come with Storm Bolters, which are Rapid Fire 2, 24-inch range, 2 attacks that hit on 3s at Strength 4, AP 0, and Damage 1. A fairly standard, if not very good, anti-light infantry killer, good for splatting guardsmen and the like. The Heavy Flamer comes in with Torrent and Ignores Cover at 12-inch range. It auto-hits on D6, with ballistic skill not applicable, strength 5, AP 1, and damage 1. Again, just more anti-horde, though I'd say it's mainly outcompeted by its other anti-infantry heavy weapon, the assault cannon, which we'll get into in a minute. The Cyclone missile launcher has frag and crack. Frag gets blast at 48-inch range with 2d6 attacks that hit on 3s, strength 4, AP 0, and damage 1. The crack version has 48-inch range, 2 attacks, ballistic skill 3+, strength 9, and AP 2, and damage d6. Quite solid anti-tank firepower and very good against light vehicles. The assault cannon gets devastating wounds at 24-inch range with 6 attacks that hit on 3s at strength 6, AP 0, and damage 1. Very good at clearing anti-infantry, and is very good at chewing through just about any kind of lightly armored infantry, whether it be orcs or guardsmen, as orcs can't rely on their toughness, and it has enough volume of fire and wounds them on 2s that things like guardsmen can't really withstand the hail of fire from this thing. In terms of melee weapons, they all come stock standard with a Power Fist, which has 3 attacks that hits on 3s at strength 8, AP 2, and damage 2. You can swap those out for Chain Fists, which have anti-vehicle 3+, still has 3 attacks that hit on 4s this time at strength 8, AP 2, and damage 2. The Sergeant can take a power weapon if you're being old school that gets 4 attacks that hit on 3s at strength 5, AP 2, and damage 1. Generally not worth taking, and I don't really see any reason why you'd ever take it. Their ability is rather simple and sort of so-so. When this unit makes an attack targeting the Oath of Moment target, add 1 to the hit roll, so they'll be hitting on 2s most of the time and re-rolling all of their hits if they're attacking the Oath of Moment target, which is good for the heavy weapons. All of the weapons they have really benefit from it, especially the Chain Fist, as it hits rather inaccurately and will really appreciate the +1 to hit and re-rolling hit rolls. Anyways, let's get into how I would use the Terminators. So the Terminators are, of course, known for their Terminator plate. It's quite tough, makes them quite resilient to enemy firepower, but they also pack quite a bit of firepower. The Storm Bolters have enough of them that you're able to whittle down any kind of infantry for the most part, and you can even chip a couple wounds with your Assault Cannon or Cyclone missile launcher. Out of the two, the Cyclone's probably better, but I prefer the Assault Cannon, mainly for its just being cooler. But also I appreciate the devastating wounds, which gives it just that slight bit of chance to punch through important wounds when it really matters. I'd say in terms of their melee weapons, the Power Fists and the Chain Fists are well balanced. The Power Fists are more general purpose, but they'll struggle more against toughness 12 things like Land Raiders and Knights. But the Chain Fist will excel against those kinds of vehicles, but will struggle more against other targets. It really depends on what you want to use your Terminators for. But for the most part, I would take the Power Fists. They're more general purpose. A jack-of-all-trades, master-of-none approach, rather than being hyper-fixated on anti-vehicle duties. Though, if you wanted to, you could make quite a nasty tank hunter squad with the Cyclone missile launcher and Chain Fists. Aside from that, I would say the Heavy Flamer's not really worth it, even though it does look quite cool. I quite like it. I overall think the other 2 special weapons are much better. And as with any other Terminator, they can jump out of a Land Raider or a Storm Raven, and that's a great way to deliver them, as it effectively doubles their movement. They work overall quite well, I think, as a centerpiece unit. That'll take buffs quite well, as their damage is good, but will really love any buffs they can get, whether that be +1 to hit, lance, for wounds, whatever it may be. Just anything to juice up the damage just a little bit more than some others. Anyways, I've been Spoons Rattling. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.